Once upon a time there was a troll. He made a mirror that reversed black and white. The troll advertised his mirror everywhere, so robbers became heroes and witches became beautiful women. Ugly toads became kings, and good became evil. The troll had distorted the entire world. The troll was very proud of himself and wanted to take the mirror to make God a fool and turn the angels into monsters. When he was about to fly to heaven, the mirror suddenly grinned strangely and slipped from the troll's hands. It fell down and shattered into countless little pieces. The little pieces flew all over the world and stuck to anything with which they came into contact. In a big city there was a boy named Kay and a girl named Gerda. They were very close friends. One snowy winter evening, Kay noticed that outside the window was a very large snowflake that had drifted onto the bridge. It began to get bigger and bigger until it turned into a woman. She wore a dress white as snow, and her body and eyes glowed. She reached out her hand toward Kay, but he cowered in fear. Then she flew away. One day, after winter had passed, Kay went to look for Gerda. As they were looking at a picture book, a clock began chiming. Kay stuck his head out the window, and the wind blew a piece of the mirror into his eye. The piece of mirror proceeded to work its way into his heart. The kind-hearted Kay instantly became cruel, and his heart turned to ice. From then on, he was no longer nice to Gerda, but would often bully and laugh at her. Another winter had arrived. Kay was carrying his sleigh to the square when a big sleigh passed by. The woman on the sleigh smiled at Kay. She was the famous Snow Queen, and she radiated white light. She kissed Kay on the head and said, "You are cold no longer." The Snow Queen's kiss felt like a piece of ice on his heart, and he forgot everything. The Snow Queen had him sit on her big sleigh and went flying in the sky. Kay went off with the Snow Queen. Everyone thought that he had died except for Gerda. One morning, Gerda decided to go searching for Kay. She came to the riverside and boarded a small boat. Gerda threw her red shoes into the river as a gift to it. She wanted the river to take her to Kay. The little boat took Gerda to an old witch. The witch used magic to erase all her memories. One day, Gerda was making a hat of flowers in the garden when she suddenly remembered that she had once told Kay that she would make him a hat. So Gerda escaped from the witch. The winter snow was already half an inch thick. Gerda was cold and tired. She ran into a crow that told her, "Kay correctly answered the princess's marriage question and is now prince." The crow brought Gerda to the palace, but she discovered that the prince wasn't Kay. The princess took pity on Gerda, so she gave her a carriage made of gold, a thick pair of gloves, a driver and servants. Gerda was in her carriage, and they were passing through a dense forest when thieves hiding there discovered the golden carriage. When the thieves were robbing them, Gerda escaped on their reindeer before they noticed her. The reindeer galloped on the snow-covered ground, and she soon arrived at Lapland. There, an old lady told her that the Snow Queen was on vacation in Spitsbergen. They arrived at the house of the woman of Finland. The woman said, "Kay is in the Snow Queen's palace because there is a piece of mirror in his heart. It must be removed for him to become a true person." Otherwise, he must stay in the Snow Queen's palace forever. You have a kind, innocent heart. That is your power. The palace is only 6 miles from here. Quickly, have the reindeer take you there. The reindeer brought Gerda to a snowy land. The snowflake warriors relentlessly attacked her, but she battled with them fearlessly. The angels were moved by her spirit, so they helped her defeat the snowflake warriors. Gerda continued on towards the Snow Queen's palace. In the Snow Queen's large palace, everything was made of ice and snow, and it glistened like clear glass. In the main hall was a frozen lake called the Mirror of Reason. The Snow Queen sat in the middle of the lake and observed everything that would occur throughout the world. Kay was playing with a tangram not too far away from the Snow Queen. His face was so frozen that it had started to turn purple. The Snow Queen said to Kay, "If you can spell the word eternity, you will be free." Then the Snow Queen flew away. Gerda entered the palace and recognized Kay. However, Kay was very cold toward her. Gerda was very hurt and began to cry. Her tears began to flow into Kay's heart and melted the piece of mirror. Kay's eyes began to move and he looked at Gerda. He finally recognized her and they embraced. When they lied down to rest, they spelled out the word eternity. Kay was now free. He grabbed Gerda's hand and they both left the Snow Queen's palace.